What's up, superstars? Back with another video. You got Superstar Rob and you got Superstar Nation. How you guys doing? Oh, oh, oh. Guys, beating me up every single day. If you haven't already, don't forget. Become a superstar, smash the subscribe button, join the Superstar family, hit the bell notification button to get every single video every single day. We do not miss. We're here for you every single day. Also, Superstar VIPs, $2.99 a month. Start beside your name, master spreadsheets, giveaways, but also our Superstar Utility Program. We're going to give you great prizes every single month. Make sure you guys join. I need addresses, guys. From the end, we did it about 7 days ago. I haven't got any addresses, so I got to start setting some stuff out. Rich, you owe me an address if you're watching. God, I know you're watching. I need your address. Girls who jump us on X, Instagram, or Discord. You can find our Discord below in the description. Over 360 people strong now. Superstar strong. Superstar Nation's a great nation. Come in. Got tons of projects. It's the the mall of all projects. So you can really get a good get into a community of people who are really into this space. We got crypto chat there. We got to do a crypto video today. We got all of our favorite NFT projects or digital collectible projects. So guys, make sure if you haven't already, join that Discord. It is well worth your time. So guys, today I want to talk a little bit about Bitcoin. All right. We'll talk a little bit about Bitcoin. Every once in a while, I like doing some videos on crypto here and there. And on January 23rd, 2024, wasn't a highly viewed video, but I did a video saying 4 reasons why Bitcoin could have an amazing 2024. And I did that video using obviously a play on words of the word have, because many of you are probably familiar with the Bitcoin halving, but it's not just the Bitcoin halving in this video. In this video, again, only 184 views on January 23rd, 2024, we discussed why Bitcoin could actually have a ridiculous year. And I mean, there's so many reasons, but I mean, one of those reasons is going to be the Bitcoin halving event, right? Which hasn't really taken into effect yet. With that being said, if you go back to the price of Bitcoin on January 23rd, not sure how well you guys can see it. See if I can zoom in a bit here. We'll reject. So January 23rd, right there. So it was 39,877. Okay. With a $22 billion market cap. All right. When I did that video. And in that video, I'll make this big so you guys can see. I created this little diagram here. It's kind of hard to see, but there was 4 main reasons. Okay. One of them was the Bitcoin ETF. Even though we had one here in Canada, they did create one for the US. It got the approval so that US investors could, in their 401ks and their retirement funds, they could actually invest in the Bitcoin ETF, which was approved. Another reason was innovation, because we knew that a lot more banks and a lot more legitimate providers were creating these real world assets on chain. And the example I gave in this video as a quick synopsis was a GIC here in Canada, guaranteed investment certificate. It's the same as a treasury bond, where, I mean, here you have restrictions on how much money you could buy in. Like there's a minimum amount of money you need to put in to buy these things. And if you think about it, if you have one centralized, let's say, offerer that goes and buys a GIC or whatever, a guaranteed investment fund or a treasury bond for 1 year, and he puts in up all the money, and maybe somebody only wants to put in $100, but they don't meet the minimum threshold. If you tokenize it, now what you can do is you can actually create almost a share for that investment, and somebody can quickly and easily buy the coin and flip the coin and have a bunch of quick liquidity with this application. It's kind of endless. I mean, you could do this with a lot of things, and you can do it in a decentralized way of ownership. There's still a little bit of trust that the offerer is going to honor whatever their token is supposed to offer. So for example, let's say I have a Pokemon card, and I tell everybody that for this Pokemon card, if you buy this coin, you are buying ownership of this Pokemon card. And when I sell it, I'm going to pay everybody based on the number of coins they own. They're going to get a piece of whatever I sell this for in the future. There's still a little bit of trust, but in terms of verifying the ledger and knowing who owns what and doing it in a way without even meeting them face to face, you could do these kind of things with your coins. Obviously, if it's regulated, there's a higher level of trust that that person, when they sell it, or let's say when their bond comes to term and they get the investment back plus the interest, they know that they will actually pay out to their wallet holders. So there's still a little bit of trust there, but you're seeing way more of this year, on real world assets. And part of that is because of global regulatory clarity. And this is another thing I talked about in this video, where a lot of bad actors have been removed. FTX is gone, right? Like, time has gone on with all these scams that are slowly being cleaned up. And you had that whole thing with Coinbase too in the SEC. Remember that? Like, there was a bunch of bad actors and compliance issues that were being brought to the surface in the year 2023. So that kind of allowed us into the first few months of 2024 to see a lot more, I guess, openness around Bitcoin and openness around investing in cryptocurrency, especially with the general population. Another thing too is the crypto gaming. I mentioned that crypto gaming might have a pretty good year this year. It's expected that crypto gaming was going to have a little bit of a better year, a little bit more applicable. They have a whole bunch of different scalability now. So, you have different options now to scale your gaming. Kind of in the early days when you do crypto gaming, it's like every single move had to be verified, and it was bogging down the system. But now with these layer 2 solutions, they were able to do them very, very quickly so that you can do a whole bunch of things before it actually gets verified. So that was another thing that came up in this video. Another thing was country classification, right? You have Canada, US, Singapore. You have all these countries actually providing regulatory clarity as well, so that everyone operating in these countries actually have some clarity in terms of what they can and cannot do. And then there's the Bitcoin halving every 4 years in order, Satoshi said, in order to make sure the incentives stay and everything becomes more and more scarce. What they're going to do is they're going to have the reward for the miners. Every time they mine any blocks, they would, instead of getting 6 Bitcoins, now they're going to get 3. There's some decimals, I can't remember what they are. But every single 4 years it halves. So naturally, you would think that, well, all these miners right now are getting 6. The moment it halves, the supply dilution of the coin will immediately go down. There will be less supply dilution from miners, and therefore, overall, in the entire currency, people are going to have to favor more in the secondary market if they want to buy some more crypto. And so I did this video on the 23rd, and I did not expect this. I really did not expect this. I just said it was going to be a good year for Bitcoin. But, I mean, if you do the math, we're at 67. Before it was at 40. So it's almost 20 on 40. Like, that's insane. That's crazy. It's like a 50% return, right? Like, that's insane. Like, it's more. My bad. I made a mistake. We went from 40 to 70. So it's more than that. It's like a 70% return, right? I never anticipated this when I made that video. I really didn't expect this, but in some ways it could be just hype, but I think in other ways it is a verification that those 4 reasons that I talked about are actually coming to fruition. So it led me to think, can this continue? I mean, like I said, like, we were at a 22 billion. Here we go. 22 billion on the 23rd, 29 billion. Sorry. I really want the bottom there. 22 billion on the 23rd. And now we're at, let's say here, it says 46, right? So we almost doubled that valuation. That's volume. Sorry, I'm reading the wrong thing, guys. That's volume. I don't even have the market cap here. Let me switch it. My bad. Let me switch it over. So we had the market cap of 780 billion, and now we have a market cap close to 1.4 million. So it doubled in market cap. Like, that's insane. Do we really believe that 700 billion more dollars came to the space? I don't think so. But as we know with investing, things tend to operate on multiples, right? It's like Bitcoin's not really a proper producing company that actually has real sales and real income and earnings that then people pay more than what the actual book value is, like the price over book ratio, because they expect them to continue to grow the book so that they think, okay, in 10 years, whatever I put in, it's going to be break even. I'll be in profit, right? These coins don't really work like that. But I still think they're going to have a baked in expectation, and people will still follow that principle that they're going to be putting in money, and it's going to trade at a multiple higher than whatever they actually put in. And I did just a quick research. This is March the 1st, $612 million poured into BlackRock on March the 1st. 612 million, right? So, like, if you consider multiples there just on this one ETF alone, we're talking about, let's say it's a multiple of 10, that's $6 billion added to the market cap. If it's a multiple of 20, it's $12 billion added to the market cap. It's insane. So if you have a bunch of these ETFs that are all adding 10 billion at a time, maybe you can get to 700 billion. I don't know. And plus, when you include the baked in expectations of the halving event, when you include the real world asset applications that might be used, you might really have you might actually have this price being held. And like every market, things go up and things go down. I really don't know. I cannot tell you for certain what will happen to Bitcoin after this point. I don't know. I'm a quant. When I invest in my own personal life, I use models. I do not use charts. I use models. I use quantitative investing strategies in order to do my purchases and my sales. And that's why I don't guess on price. But if I'm going to take a little bit of the fundamentalist side and actually try to make some predictions just based on intuition, those reasons I told you above, right? Innovation, Bitcoin ETF, regulatory bad actors getting kicked out, and the Bitcoin halving and all those things. I think there was some real meaning behind that. Bitcoin can still pull back. It might still go up. I think it's like 700 billion market cap on top seems a little bit excessive, but with all the different ETFs coming in, talk about gaming tokens rebounding, but I feel like gaming tokens rebounding might be just a little bit more of just people just going nuts right now, buying everything. Like Taylor Swift's cat was pumping today, like 600%. Like meme coins are pumping like crazy, and it doesn't seem like it's going to be sustainable. But Bitcoin is king, and we'll see where it goes. But if I had to say what's going to happen with this, I don't know. I mean, we'll find out if we'll find a new plateau. But based on the reasons I said above, the new plateau may not be 67, but I have a feeling it's not going to go back down to where we were not too long ago. I think it was like at the 29,000, 30,000 range. I think it might find a new plateau after this for the reasons I mentioned above about how Bitcoin's going to have such a great 2024. Of course, none of this is financial advice, just my opinions. I would love to hear from you guys below. What are your thoughts on the Bitcoin event? You can always go back and watch that video. Actually, let me just bring this back up just in case you guys want to watch it, because I went into way more detail in this video. So this detail is called 4 Reasons Why Bitcoin Could Have an Amazing 2024. I'll drop it in. I'll drop it in right now in the chat, or when I set the video up, so that in the top corner over there, you can actually click it if you want to watch it. But it sounds like, it's probably worth a listen to. And we'll keep an eye on Bitcoin. We'll keep an eye on the crypto market as well, since it's doing so well. And I hope you guys all enjoy the video. I want to hear your thoughts below. And if you haven't already, don't forget, become a superstar, smash the subscribe button, join the Superstar fam, and hit the bell notification button so you get every single video every single day. And if you haven't already, you can also become a VIP. It's $2.99 a month to start beside your name, access our spreadsheets, and our giveaways. Guys, thank you all so much. Take care, and we'll see you next one.